everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Fine, CEO of JTU. We are Jersey Magazine and Jersey Diamonds, and I'm here with the homie Kid Pro.
Yes, sir. What's good, man? Oh,
two Virgos in the building. Y'all about to
Virgo gang.
Virgo gang. A lot today.
Oh my God, this pre-talk already has been
a lot of fuego.
Oh my God, a lot of fuego. Boy, you got me in my bag right now, man. Let me tell you.
Definitely. A little bit about Kid Pro. He's been with us for a while, man. Kid Pro was in our magazine years ago when we first started. So we're gonna talk about his progression from back then to now, and let y'all know a little bit more about Kid Pro besides his bars, because he got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
so,
I do. Yeah,
Kid Pro, let's talk, man. Sit back, relax.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Let's chop for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So around like 2013, 14 is when we first kind of met.
Yes.
You were in the magazine and everything.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good look.
Yeah, man. We met at a showcase y'all were holding. I forget the spot in Elizabeth. That's where I first met guests as well. I met you guys, and ended up winning that. Did that, and it's been a long road full of like ups and downs, you know, to get here. So I'm very thankful to be back here with you guys and seeing your progression as well.
Appreciate it.
You know, you guys have upgraded and leveled up as well. So it's just a beautiful thing to see.
And this guy's leveled up. He got projects coming out. I mean, but wait, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But from 2000, let's say 13, 14, up to now you've experienced some trial and errors. You experienced some failures, some moments of depression. So talk to me about kind of your journey from there to now, and like the Kid Pro that we're kind of seeing evolve from those hardships that you went through.
Yeah, so I mean, the Kid Pro that you saw when we first met was like a straight up Kid Pro that was like unsure of himself. Didn't know what direction he wanted to go in, didn't really know what his next move was going to be, didn't know who he could trust. You know, so mix all that in along with like the daily struggles of your personal life, relationship life, family life, fatherhood. That all just takes its toll on you, and then eventually it ends up affecting your music.
Yeah.
You know, like I could have easily just wrote about it, but I didn't know how to really convey those emotions onto paper, onto a phone screen, and turn it into music that people could relate to. I thought nobody could relate to that issue.
Yeah.
Growing up now, I realized that everybody's going through those same types of shit in some way or some form of fashion.
Yeah.
So as I'm growing up, as I'm getting more confidence in myself, as I'm learning to not give a fuck about other people's opinions, I learned that, oh shit, if I talk about this, people come up to me and say, yo, that line, I fuck with that. Or yo, that song, the way you said that shit, I feel that. Like I've been through the same shit in one way or another, and those lyrics helped me out. And that made me feel really good at the end of the day. So the more I did that, and the more I stayed and paid attention to it and trusted those feelings and put them out to the world for them to experience, I realized, oh shit, people are relating to this. Like this is some deep shit.
That's good.
And it wasn't until like I had to take that step over that ledge and be like, yo, stop fucking feeling so sorry for yourself and just fucking go and do it. Because ain't nobody in this world gonna believe you until you believe yourself first.
That's good.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty
much.
Yeah, that was the
bomb right there. That's
it's a gem.
there.
That's just the first one. That's just the first gem. There's plenty more to come. Yeah, man. Depression is a motherfucker. Anxiety is a bitch. And I know it's the wave today to say that shit. Everybody's got depression, everybody's got anxiety, everybody's got social issues, everybody's emo. But when you're really going through that shit, like it can really stop you dead in your tracks, man. And not just music, like anything you're doing for yourself. If you want to be an entrepreneur, like those personal and relationship shits can really affect you, really fuck with you. And I'm here to tell you, like, you can get through it.
Definitely.
I'm not saying I've had the worst shit in life happen to me. I'm not saying I've had the best shit happen to me. I can say I'm probably in the middle. I've had ups and downs. But end of the day, what we all have in common is you got to trust and believe in yourself. And then as soon as you do that and take that step and do the little things to just get your life going, it'll get easier. If you just do 1% more each day, like eventually you will progress and become that person that you are meant to be. Yeah, man.
Gem 2. Drop bomb right there. More fun. Now, as far as from that time, also you were telling me earlier when we were speaking about the fact that you were afraid to own your age, like the fact that you're a little bit older in the industry, and you're making such the impact that you are. So what is it like to actually embrace those memories and actually the progression of what you've gone through during that time?
Mm-hmm.
What's it like to embrace that, and then now it enhanced your bars even more? So like you were saying before, like you were going at the top of the dome, so you would just be able to spit like verbatim, boom, 1, 2, 3, fire. But now it's like you have all these experiences in life that you've been through, and now the bars and the fires it's like clockwork, even more.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been lucky enough, like during my whole come up in this whole Jersey thing, that when people see me, they just know, yo, that guy got bars. That guy can spit fire. He can go off any beat. Blah blah blah. That was cool and everything like that. But I noticed like some of these bar spitters, they got good flows, they're not really saying shit. When I finally hit my 30s, I'm 33 now, hit my 30s and I'm like, I got kids, I got bills, I got a mortgage, I got a shitty job, I got stuff that a lot of people can relate to, and I'm getting older. Why am I trying to even sound like these young kids that are 10 years older than me that I see at all these showcases, or 10 years younger than me that I see at all these showcases? I'm like, I'm a grown ass man now. Like, I got fucking great chin hairs. Like, I'm distinguished in this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm embracing who the fuck I am. I'm embracing my older age. I'm embracing the fact that I got 2 kids, that I got the wife at home. Like, I'm embracing all that shit. And when you write about it and put it into your music, like, motherfuckers are gonna feel that. And I got the young dudes coming up to me asking me, like, yo, how do you get it done? Like, how are you juggling all this? I'm like, well, I got a good support system at home. I got people that care about me. I got people that believe enough in me and my vision and see that I'm taking it serious enough. And they know that I'm trying to do what's best for myself, make myself happy, but also is gonna provide for them.
Yeah.
So me embracing that age has been a beautiful thing, man. Like, I go to a lot of these spots, I see a lot of dudes, which is funny because I'm older, but everybody's younger and taller as fuck than me. That's weird. I feel like I'm the point guard everywhere I go. It's weird when I go to these fucking spots. I gotta look up to talk to niggas. That's just weird as fuck. All these young ass dudes.
I'm sure people rule the world, man.
Yeah, we really do. Yeah, fucking shit. Goddamn, Virgo gang.
Drop gem.
Number 3.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, the whole age thing is a motherfucker, man. I was really scared of getting older. Yeah. And now I'm not like no physical shit, like my bones and my knees are hurting.
Yeah,
like
that be happening 27, you know.
Bro, I be stomping the stage every show and my knee gets a little weaker every time. But it's alright, yeah.
Some compression socks.
Compression socks are good, yeah.
Definitely.
Look, gem number 4.
Boys, tell you, woo.
Get the right footwear, motherfuckers. Yeah. Get your Dr. Scholl's hat going. Find out your shit at the local store. Get your right, formula.
Definitely.
But no, embrace the age, man. And I feel like it's helped me more as an artist because I didn't know at 25, 26 who I wanted to sound like. Like, I knew there were artists that I was influenced by, but I knew I also couldn't follow their way because that wouldn't be original to me. But I did know that listening to them gave me more of a sense of like, all right, what can work for me, what won't work for me. So now when I make my music now, which is a lot more grown up, but still bar heavy, it still has now, my content, my grown up content. I'm giving you more of my life, my personal experiences, my ups, my downs, successes, failures, my blessings, my depressions, like suicidal thoughts, like everything that I go through as a grown man that really should be talked about more. Like my mental health, like I feel like that should be discussed more. I really should let people into like how I'm feeling, not just me telling you I'm the dopest nigga on the mic and like I can do this and that. Like I'm tired of talking about how much better my shit is than you, how I can take your girl. Like it's just after a while that shit gets corny. Like nobody wants to hear that, but all the young dudes want to talk about that because they feel like that's what their life is about, and that's cool if that's really it. But a lot of people aren't. They just don't know what the fuck to talk about, and that shit gets annoying. So when I run into other artists like doing that, I appreciate it because they're going through the same thing I'm going through. They're just now that shit's clicking. Like yo, all right, I get it now. Like I see what really needs to be talked about, and it's really what the artists that they follow are talking about. They're just incorporating their personal life experiences into it. They just don't know how to convey those emotions. So that really has been a blessing for me. Like once that light bulb hit, and I started learning about like more about myself and really accepting myself, and like not holding back on the things that I felt. Like, all right, this is how you feel. Acknowledge how you feel. Take accountability for those things you were feeling. Put that on the paper. Put it out for the world to see. And it's been a great positive response, man. Fine. 5 for 5. You see that?
Accept who you are.
Accept who you are, man. Accept your flaws, man. Know your faults and fucking work through them. Like we grown people now. It's 2020. Like you really shouldn't be hiding shit. If you got a fucking issue, like you can get some therapy. You can talk to your friends. Like the last thing you should be doing is hiding it from people.
Definitely. Yeah. Let's go back to that originality part. I know we're talking a lot of fire right now. Definitely.
Need the water.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that let's take it back a little bit. Little bit. Now, I know that you engage in a lot of open mics, right?
Yes.
So that's the originality part that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Getting back to the underground, the hard hitting, and also just the experience of different crowds. Because when you go to open mics, it's always different ears. It's not the same type of era. It's not the same type of ears. You're gonna have an older crowd, a younger crowd. Like you say, you have a lot of young people that come up to you. You have some old people coming to you. So what is it like being original and going back to that aspect? What made you take that approach of going back to open mics and showcases?
Yeah, it was two things. The first thing was I had to sharpen my sword. I realized and I think a lot of artists also don't realize how important the live stage game is to this shit. Like a lot of the ways, pretty much the only ways that artists can make money nowadays is through touring and merch sales. But touring is such an important part because it's your live stage show. And a lot of rappers are great at rapping in crowds, at parties, when they're with their friends, loud and drunk. They're great at doing it in the studio, but you put them on a stage, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have no idea. They gotta have their boys on stage with them, which I feel is a confidence issue. If you gotta have 5 of your boys on stage to rap your shit for you because you can't do it yourself and they don't even have a mic, I think you're fucking up. That's just me, my personal opinion. But doing those shows, it really just made me like reinforce the importance of like having a stage show, because people will remember you more than any Instagram post would.
Yeah.
Like you go on stage and like you really like rocked out. They saw that you put your energy, your passion into this. Like you know your words. You're not rapping over your vocals. That's another gem. Don't rap over your fucking vocals. That shit is fucking unprofessional shit. But that's just me. If it makes you feel better, whatever. If you use autotune on your shit, I feel sorry for you. That's just me. The second thing was really just going out there and making a name for myself. Like I knew, like again, this what kind of coincides with what I said before, but I could do Instagram videos all day and try to get fans that way. But until I hit those spots directly and network and meet with people and show you why I'm better than everybody else, like you're not gonna believe it. So that's the best way for me to go out there and be like, yo, I'm gonna come to you directly. I'm gonna show you why I spit this way. I'm gonna show you the type of dude that I am. I'm gonna be up front supporting every person, and I'm gonna show up on time. I'm gonna be there early, and I'm gonna support everybody and show you that this is how it's supposed to be done at the end of the night.
And why is that gem right there 7, by the way?
7.
Why is it important for an artist to show up on time to a show? Like, what's the importance and the professionalism behind it, and the message that you can get across from an early stage of your professionalism by doing that?
Well, for even in that word, professionalism, like this is supposed to be a job. Like this is, you gotta take yourself seriously. When you out here as an artist, you're promoting your brand, your product. You know what I mean? You are the product. Your music is your commercial. Your stage show is your commercial. The clothes you're wearing, the CDs you put out, that's your product. But you have people checking you out, viewing you. The last thing you want to do is be that guy that comes in late with his people, performs, and then leaves right after. And you're not networking with people, but you just posting your little videos and be like, yo, it was lit last night, we killed it. But you back home smoking and drinking instead of just hanging out, networking, trying to build relationships and connections with the promoter, with other artists, to give yourself some networking opportunities in the future, which is what I've done with other people. Like I make it a point to meet every promoter, shake their hand, say what's up, try to build with them, you know, and also check back with them a week later, a couple of days later on Instagram or however, and be like, hey, you know, thank you again. It was fun. Like maybe I can come back, or you know, they'll offer some stuff like that to you as well. Like, hey, you did great. We appreciated you. Like, why don't you come back? Or I got this other person that might want to work with you, or I'm doing this on the side. Love to have you a part of this. Like, it really goes hand in hand. It's all part of the professionalism part of this. And it's like with any job, like you want to be on time, you want to give your all, you want to genuinely just work hard and show people that you give a fuck about this shit. And if you do that, the blessings will come in abundance. Like that's what people don't understand. They just treat this shit like it's a hobby, and you out here calling yourself a rapper when you're really not. You're just taking this little limelight that you got over a song and you trying to run with it, but you really don't know what to do with it, and you're not handling it correctly, and you're just messing it up for the people that really do give a fuck and are trying to do something out here. Like it's fucked up. Yeah, man. 8. What's the counter now? 8? Yeah, you should have a little gem counter.
I think we're gonna have 10 by the time to do open.
Yeah, we got more.
And what's it like actually taking it back to, like I said, taking it back to the open mic? What's it like actually doing those smaller shows? Like the importance of doing those smaller shows and networking at those smaller spaces, because people don't realize that it's actually a good thing to network at smaller locations than the big locations. Those are good. Those are good for recognition and bringing up your streams and bringing up your plays and getting a lot of fans. But how many people can you really touch when you're in such a big space? What's the importance of bringing it back to, like I said, that the originality of even the small spots and networking at those little...
Yeah, the small spots are just as important as any big spot, man. Like anywhere you can meet people, because anytime you perform a song, anytime I'm performing the same song, if I'm working out material, there's always a new person that hasn't heard the song. So as old as it is, if I'm performing a song that's 7 months old that I've just been doing nonstop at showcases, there's always going to be a new person that hasn't heard the song. And you get a new fan, a new follower, and a new networking opportunity. I think that has to be advantage of, and that's not taken as important as the big spots. You can't just expect to go to some big spot hosted by some big radio company and expect your whole career to start right there. You've got to start at the ground level. Every NBA player did the little league, whatever the younger league is called, and built their shit up and did the summer league and shit. They didn't just go right into the NBA. You know what I mean? Like everybody had to get their starter shit going. You know, and that's how I see it right now. Like, so I don't mind going to the smaller venues and the smaller showcases and open mics to build with these people, because you are building your fan base, you're building your networking community, you're building with other artists, and they're coming up too. And it's only going to help everybody if you just stay within that community, work together, collaborate, because it can only grow and blossom from there. It's a beautiful thing. But sometimes people get too big-headed, feel like they shouldn't be at these places because they're bigger than that. But I really feel that if we just start from the ground up, it'll have a bigger impact for you, and you can last longer in this business. Because you can go and chase the big money and shit, and that's fine, but that shit'll die out quick. If you just start from the ground up and really build your shit, not only do you the blessings come in abundance, but you also have a good backing behind you, and your reputation is just a lot better as well. Because people know that you started from the bottom and you worked your way up, and they know that you care about this shit and you're passionate. I think that will always win out in the end.
10. It's 10.
What's the time?
Was it 9 or 10?
Is that 9 or 10?
You know, we're going to say
the video
9.
tells us.
Yeah,
I thought you would count. I thought you keep it count.
We're going to say 9 so we can hit 10. But right here and now, we want to talk about the kick snare, man. Tell me about what's going on 2020.
2020, January 11th, Triple Ones, 2020.
Definitely.
Kick and Snare, that's a collab album with me and Obi Beach. Shout out Obi. The way he explained it was dope. It's like, as far as an original hip hop beat, the kick and the snare are the two most important elements. Like, people always hear that. That's the kick and the snare. That's the beginning of every hip hop beat. The two most important elements. That's what we are, kick and snare. It's just bringing it back to that one artist, one producer type album. I wanted to convey that, and I wanted to use all of his stuff, the way he was feeling in the beats, mixed with what I'm feeling in the rhymes, and put it together and just put out that type of album. So it's me being a hell of a lot more grown up. Still giving you the bars that I'm about, being that bar spitter, but I'm also now telling you about what's going on in my life. The shit I'm going through with wifey, the shit I'm going through with the kids, the shit I'm going through mentally on a day-to-day, me dealing with other artists, being let down, the constant failures, you know, shit of that nature. It's all a mix of everything, and it's just like the most personal work that I've ever done. That's why I'm so proud of it. It's taken so long because I've been through so much, and I've had those moments where, like, damn, should I really keep continuing this? Is it worth it? Is anybody really hearing me out here? And it wasn't until I took those steps to be like, fuck what anybody's thinking, let me do what I want to do. And me and Obi just sat down and talked about what we wanted to say and how we wanted to convey it. And we came up with this. It was like 5 good years of just constant back and forth, and ideas that I had in my head that I knew I had to put out there but just didn't know how. And luckily Obi had those beats that really gave me a chance to express myself, man. That's what I need at the end of the day. I just needed an outlet. And, you know, thankfully me and him were able to, like, fix our issues that we had in the past, because we hadn't been in a group, but we were able to fix those and just get right down to business. He gave me the fire that I needed, you know what I mean? He motivated me, because there was plenty of times in the recording process where I just, like, gave up on myself because I let outside shit get to me. And I let other people's energy affect me and their toxicity affect me. And he kept me into it. So I got nothing but love and respect for this man for the rest of my life, because everything he did, and he kept me, like, sane throughout the whole process, because I was really going off the rails. I was fucking up. I was doing shit I shouldn't have been doing, places I shouldn't have been at, with people I shouldn't have been hanging out with. And he made sure the fact that I kept my head in the game and kept me strong. And then I also in the process met Sade, who's also been like that guiding light for me. And she's also been a friend to me, been a sister, and she's been pretty much everything to me, keeping me on the ground as well, making sure I stay focused. So I have both of them to thank for this project, because without them, none of this shit gets done. So it's just been great, man. I've had a great support system around me, as well as my family and my 2 sons and my wife. So they've been a whole help for this, and, you know, I couldn't have been there without them, man. So I definitely thank them, and because of that, this project's gonna be everything to me. And I'm planning to push the shit out of it, and I'm gonna make sure that y'all love it. And it's gonna be some real shit, man. If I could, like I said before, if you get anything from my fucking album besides the bars, this is a man, a grown-ass man, 32, great chin hairs, still looking sexy. It's a grown man living his life, telling his story, being as real as fucking possible, man, and just letting y'all know that you can get out of any situation that you're in positively if you just put your best foot forward, do the fucking work, love yourself, love the people around you, and at the same time, don't give a fuck about what anybody says. Because at the end of the day, if they're not feeding you, financing you, or fucking you, it really don't mean shit. 10. That's 10. Perfect 10.
You heard it here first, man. We are Jersey Magazine. Kid Pro, somebody they can book you, follow you.
Yeah, man. If you want to book me, Gmail, kidprobiz.com. That's KIDPROBIZ.com. Social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm really more of an Instagram guy. IAMKIDPRO. I got a freestyle series called Verses About Nothing. You can hashtag that. Hashtag Verses About Nothing. I got tired of waiting on camera dudes and they bullshit ass methods. And no shade to any camera person, but I picked up a iPhone, the new shit with the 4K, and just started doing my own videos. I got tired of rappers doing selfie raps. To me, I think that shit is corny. Everybody does it, but there's got to be more to it. I'm like, let me do a higher quality version of this shit. So I started making my own little mini music videos to feature verses that I've done before, like a 16 that I've done before, just a minute long video in a different location, and made it, high quality. Did some my own editing, and in the process, I've learned how to video edit. And I'm just building up my own shit to a point where I did my own fucking music video with K Proetic. Shout out to K Proetic from Real Music. I made a music video for him on a song that I featured, all with the fucking iPhone. If y'all see the video, look on YouTube, it's called Rap Rap. You ain't gonna know that it was done with the fucking iPhone, but nigga, that shit was with an iPhone. That shit look crispy as a motherfucker. I dare you to tell me different. I dare you to tell me different. You're not gonna tell me different. But that shit was fucking dope. I'm happy about it. I'm learning my shit. I'm getting out here, and it comes through pushing it and doing it for yourself. DIY, do it your fucking self. I'm not waiting for anybody else. If I can get a camera guy to get a dope camera, dope, great. I couldn't, so I went and did it myself. Went on YouTube, went on Google, Google's your friend, and did all the fucking shit myself, man. Because that's it. I got tired of waiting. I got tired of feeling sorry for myself. So I took the best step forward for myself, and I learned the shit myself. So if I can fucking do it, my dumb ass with 2 kids out here trying to figure life out, y'all can fucking do it. Like straight up. That's how it is.
We got Jersey Magazine.
Y'all already know.
Jersey turned up entertainment. Entertainment.